Hi everyone, so I know I'm in a different location today, but it's just because I'm not home on my own, so I can't film it in my usual spot because that's kind of in the living room. So when I want to kind of be a little bit more private, I film in here. We're actually in my kind of wardrobe room. And yeah, other kind of disclaimer, I will probably be kind of very twitchy and weird in this video because I'm having one of those I don't like my makeup, I don't like my hair, I don't like my outfit type of days. Basically just a miserable day in general. And I'm going to be talking to you about something that is quite personal as well. So many of you have asked me recently. Oh, and then the other thing is that this video might get interrupted because the post might come. When I have the post lady, she brings the post really late, and it's like nearly 2 o'clock now and the post hasn't arrived yet, and I know that I have got some posts that should be arriving today, so she'll probably do it like in a minute when I'm mid-sentence. But yeah, without kind of me rambling on too much, let's get into this. This will be a rambly video, this will be a long video. Get yourself a drink, you're in it for the long haul type of thing. So, a lot of you have been asking me if I can do a kind of weight loss update. Am I still trying to lose weight and that kind of thing? And asking about kind of like my bikini body video, kind of why I didn't do an update on that and things like that. And I'm going to kind of be really brutally honest with you in this video and just totally kind of lay it all out on the table. And basically, have I been trying to lose weight? Yes. Have I been succeeding? No. I don't know why, but I have been finding it really hard this time around to get motivated. No matter what I do, I just can't seem to get motivated, and that's very unusual for me. It's not something that I have happen normally. I normally kind of get really fed up and I get really motivated and I just do it, and I'm the type of person that I need to be really motivated so that will enable me to succeed. I can't kind of do half-hearted measures. I'm really like an all or nothing person, and I'm also one of those people that because I'm kind of all or nothing, I think if I've messed up once, then that's ruined everything. And I know that there's like a very famous nutritionist who said, you know, if you have a donut for breakfast, that doesn't mean you have to kind of be bad for the rest of the day. You can just go ahead and have a healthy lunch and it's fine. I'm not like that. If I've had something naughty, I'm like, right, that's it. I've blown it. Start again tomorrow. And I do that, and I just keep doing that, and I'm really struggling with it. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I've kind of had a lot of kind of really stressful personal things going on over the past few months, and it's just not been kind of the top of my priorities. But at the same time, you know, I've gained nearly 2 stone, and that is a lot. That's a lot for an average person. That's a lot if you're like my height, and none of my jeans fit me. Like, I've had to go from a size 10 to a size 12 in all my jeans. None of my jeans fit me. I've got like 3 pairs that fit me, and it's depressing, and I don't want to be like that. And so many people have said to me, you know, you look great like you are, you don't need to lose any more weight. And well, that's so kind. The reality of it is, I know that right now I'm not looking the best that I can look. This isn't kind of the best version of me. It doesn't suit my face. I kind of get pudgy here, and my arms and my kind of legs look massive, and I have a stomach which I don't normally have, and it just doesn't, it's not me at my best. It's kind of me alright. And I don't want that. I want to be me at my best, but I struggle with it so much. And a lot of people commented saying, you know, that I'm a yo-yo dieter, and I totally agree. I am a yo-yo dieter because I really struggle with it. I border me. I kind of have emotional connotations with food. I reward myself with food. I have always had a bit of an issue. I kind of had a slight kind of disorder when I was younger. I've always struggled with it, so it's always going to be a little bit more tricky for me than other people, because in order for me to succeed, I have to be obsessed. And I think part of me holds me back because I know that being that obsessed isn't good for me, and it's not really the best way to be, and it's not very healthy, and I shouldn't really be being like that. But at the same time, that's the only way I can succeed. And I know you're probably watching this now thinking, go and see a therapist. I have spoken to people, and kind of no one seems to think that it's that big of a deal, which maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm kind of making it all up. in my head and making it bigger than it is. But a lot of people who watch YouTube videos, I think, find that if you say that, you're making excuses, and I can totally understand that it does come across as that, and half the time I am. You know, I have certain issues, like I can have a really healthy breakfast, healthy lunch, I'm fine, and then at like 4 o'clock I'll be sat there, and it'll be after I've done everything I need to do and I'm kind of chilling, and it's just kind of that time where I'm bored and I'll eat something, and then it kind of spirals and I'll just eat loads of crap that I don't need. I've been kind of working out on and off, but just the kind of motivation for that has been really, really awful. And I felt okay while I was on holiday, you know, I felt generally alright. I did keep wishing that I was my normal size, because I just feel more like me, and kind of every time anyone took any photos of me, I was having to kind of make them be the most flattering angle for me, whereas normally I would just kind of be I'm very carefree in front of a camera and kind of having my photo taken, and I wasn't. I was kind of more aware of it, but I felt okay, you know. It wasn't the end of the world. It was just not necessarily how I'm the happiest. And I think more than anything else, it's the clothes. The clothes not fitting me is really, really what's bothering me. And you could just say, you know, just go and buy some more jeans then. That's not the point. You know, I love all my clothes and I want to fit into them, and I want to feel good, and I want to feel like I'm kind of like I'm the best version of me, and that's really, really not what I feel like. I do really fluctuate with my weight, and a lot of people have sort of said to me in comments, you know, you need to just find a really healthy lifestyle and commit to that. And while that's 100% true, I really, really struggle with that. I'm a little bit obsessive, and I get really, really into something, and I struggle to kind of be moderate about it. So, you know, I am the person that if I'm eating a packet of biscuits can easily sit there and eat the entire pack. And I'm also the person that if I'm, you know, in the kind of diet zone, will not eat anything bad for ages and not even miss it, because I'm that dedicated. But reaching that dedication is proving really, really difficult. And I think kind of doing it now in time for Christmas and that kind of thing will be really difficult as well, because you're faced with that temptation everywhere. And I'm kind of getting to a point now where I think that I need to just try and not focus on necessarily how much weight I'm going to lose, but just get to a point where my clothes are fitting me again and I feel okay, because I don't want to keep putting it off and making excuses. But at the same time, I'm not going to hide the fact that I am really, really struggling with it. It doesn't come easily to me, and it's something that I've always struggled with, and that I probably always will struggle with. My weight is really, really hard for me. It's hard for me to maintain. It's hard for me to lose. It's just difficult for me to deal with in general. And I know that there are probably lots of you out there who feel like that. I know there's a lot of girls I speak to on Twitter and that kind of thing on a regular basis who definitely agree. I'm kind of looking at the viewfinder because I'm not in my usual setup, so I'm kind of not used to it. But I definitely think that when I kind of did the bikini body video, the reason I didn't do an update to that just before I went away was honestly because I didn't have the time. I was so stressed out trying to get all my videos up and edited and scheduled to go up while I was on holiday. I just literally did not have the time, because I was working up to like a day before I went on holiday, and I just didn't have the time to do it. So I didn't kind of get around to it. But if you wanted to kind of see, you can go and have a look on my Instagram page. It's always linked down below, and follow me on there and have a look at some of my holiday pictures. And I did lose a little bit of weight. I probably gained it all back on holiday because I had like croissants for breakfast every day, and I had ice cream every day, and just generally ate really, really badly. But I was on holiday and I didn't care, kind of thing. But now that I'm back, I need to find some sort of discipline and to just be able to do it. And I can't seem to get into that. I cannot seem to do it. And I just don't understand why. And I know a lot of you will sort of say, well, you know, maybe that's how you're supposed to be. And the kind of lowest weight I am is the weight that I kind of was when I was like 16. And I'm obviously not 16 anymore. And I know some of you will be saying, how old are you? But we've discussed the fact that I kind of don't like to talk about my personal info on here, especially after some recent events that happened to me, which I won't go into. But yeah, let's say that I kind of was slightly stalked. Yeah, I just think it's important to keep everything private anyway. But I realise that it's a bit ridiculous of me to want to be that way again. But you know, this time last year I was that way and it was fine, and I know I have to work so hard to maintain that, but it's worth it to me. But then you'd say, well, if it is that worth it to you, then why did you gain it in the first place? And it was just sheer laziness and using things as excuses, which is something that we all do, and it's something that's really depressing and awful, but something that I think, you know, 90% of us are guilty of doing. Tomorrow I'll go on a diet, you know, and it's just it's hard to commit to it like that. So yeah, I wanted to come on here and talk to you a little bit about it, about kind of yo-yo dieting, and just kind of I'm not happy with things in general, really. I've kind of got quite a few life things going on that are stressing me out a little bit, and you know, maybe making this change will be kind of the first change of many and start to shift things along. But a bunch of you were asking me to kind of do a weight loss update. I am definitely trying to. I'm not getting around to working out as often, because every day I set out and say, like, you know, I'm going to work out this morning, and then something will happen, and before you know it, you know, it was like yesterday I was going to, and then my phone rang, and I ended up being on the phone trying to fix something for someone for about 3 hours, and before I knew it, it was 1 o'clock and I hadn't even gotten dressed yet, because I just kind of was sidetracked. And that happens to me all the time, so that's something I really need to work on. And today I was going to as well, and then I had a bit of an issue with the exercise bike. I'd forgotten that I'd kind of piled stuff in front of it. Well, I hadn't, someone else had, but that I had to move them, and it was just one of those things. So I really need to get back into the swing of that. But then I think once you start doing it, you have to do it to a point where it becomes a habit, and then as soon as the weight starts to come off, then you feel more motivated. It's getting that initial bit that's really, really tricky for me. Getting the initial bit that motivates you is what's difficult for me. I have thought of kind of printing out a picture of me at my slimmest, sticking it on the fridge. That was what I used to do, and I kind of found it helpful. But I think everyone, you know, like, we have a kitchen living room kind of joint area, and everyone might think I'm insane if they come over and, like, there's a picture of me in a bikini on my fridge. But I might still do that. Let me know, would you think someone was crazy if you went to their house and they had that? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just, you know, as always with me, 100% honesty, and I hope you'll have a fabulous day, and let me know your thoughts and your struggles and that kind of thing, and if you've got any tips on getting motivated, because seriously I need them. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you very soon.